welcome to Stewardship Stories, a podcast about people who take care of land. You can learn more at stewardshipstories.com. On November 18th, I drove to Chelmsford, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston. In the parking lot of Jones Farm, I met Phil Stanway. Phil is a computer programmer for his day job, but he also spends 25 or more hours a week as the volunteer head of the Chelmsford Open Space Stewardship. I hopped in his truck and he gave me a whirlwind tour of the properties they manage.
We started in 2005, and I started finding other people who were interested. So we took over the worst site in town, which is the lime quarry, which abutted the rest areas. And it was everything you ever thought of, from something about Mary rest area. It was horrid. And then we repaired some of the damage and we cleaned it. We started working on the trail systems, and the town said, "Oh, you did such a good job here. How would you like a second site?" Then very quickly we went 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we have 10. But this site we're looking at now, we took this over a year and a half ago. This over here, still this area here, that's what the entire property looked like. So it was transformed from that to essentially that. Difference, huh? But this is not, this is our big open field for people. So it's groomed a lot nicer than we would other sites. We had our first major Girl Scout event here last weekend. And first event for the site, 800 people showed up. But we also work with the Eagle Scouts in town, the Boy Scouts, and the Girl Scouts. Bring them in so that when they do something, it's part of a bigger plan. We decide on how we're going to do the plans pretty much by walking the properties. This is a new thing we're doing for 2008. As you can see, we have this nice big tree here. We picked out a tree on all 10 of our sites, and they're going to be decorated for the day after Thanksgiving. And we're having a scavenger hunt. People have to go to each of the sites and get their photos shot in front of the tree.
That's really neat.
Those people who get all 10 of them, we made a Dr. Seuss really super tacky award. And we're going to give it as the Amazing Winter Tree Scavenger Hunt. But you'll see pictures of these online. But even this took, clearing out all the brush, 8 feet around it. With 10 properties, all in the middle of Chelmsford is pretty built up. There isn't very much open space in the town at all. I think it's less than 8%. And I think we're managing about 6%, which is a lot. We also bring in other groups to work with us. Are you familiar with geocaching? Chelmsford recognizes geocaching as a sport. And we actually have a group of our stewards who are geo-stewards who manage all the geocaches in town, making sure that the caches are here, family-friendly, and safe. If you look at this one, you can actually see one of our markers on the back. It should be on the back of it. Oh, it's right here. That's one of our geocache markers.
Oh, hey.
But we require that they're within 3 feet of the trail, that they're in non-invasive areas, that they highlight the best of our properties. So it's like the scavenger hunt. People come to these properties, and if you go to the geocache page, you'll find they say really nice things about Chelmsford. We have almost 200, I think, bird boxes right now. It's really not run by us. This you can see is what's called one of our bridges. It looks like it's hobbled together from wood from different places. It's exactly what it is. We recycle as much as we can, which translates to anything we can get for free. If people are building new buildings or houses, we approach them, and when they finish their project, we ask if they have extra wood. It might be only 10, 12 or boards for them, but with wood being so expensive. If you can see over there, you see the apple tree? Is that an orchard? It was like that last winter. And so the bittersweet just destroys and kills all the trees. So we cut this all out by hand. These trees didn't exist. And these trees existed,
right,
but they were just all bittersweet. Picnic tables were donated. We have to go pick them up. But we all have big trucks and things. The flower garden was donated by Chelmsford Garden Club. They put the flowers in with Jones Farm. We built the garden, and they planted it, so it's a beautiful garden. And in return, we found a nice stone bench, which we're going to have their name put into it, and we allowed them to name the garden. So it's the Chelmsford Garden Club butterfly garden. So now we'll take a buzz over to our newest property.
Do you have a site of your own, or do you just coordinate all
I am
sites?
the lime quarry is mine, which is the original site for the place. Probably the most difficult. It's a quarry from 1700s. It ran till 1840. It was probably in the worst condition. And that was the first one we started with. And that really started the program because I complained to the town that I didn't like that their open spaces were a mess. And I kept complaining. And eventually I said, well, can I clean them up? And that's when they said, sure, go ahead. This here is the Lewis property. We started on this about 6 months ago. There's a couple interesting things in here. When we started this property, the property runs from here all the way out to there. There's 2 working farms on the property, and then this was a horse barn. The horse barn wasn't up to code, so it had to come down. When we took this property over 6 months ago, it was 7 feet high in weeds. So what we're looking for is to keep this green, restore it back in, and our plans, if the town okays it, this here will be an elevated community garden. The concrete slab will stay. This side will be reserved for handicap parking only. So for maybe 2 or 3 grand for just the wood, we have an accessible community garden. One of the things we have been doing is pulling the wood out of the pile and repairing these fences. Again, because we just know there's no money. We face that as a realistic fact every day. So you have to assume that you're going to work with nothing. So we're redoing the fences, and in the spring we are having Tom Sawyer Whitewash Day. We already have 30 gallons of white paint and all the brushes, and we'll have all the fences repaired by then. But we're going to have people show up. We're going to have the library reading excerpts from Tom Sawyer. We'll of course be showing up in our straw hats. We'll be handing out brushes and get the residents to paint all these fences.
That's a great idea.
Why not? If there is anybody in the Chelmsford, Westford area, we'd love for them to join the program. Especially people who like to do hands-on work, who feel I don't want to join a conservation group because they're just not what I type of doing. We're looking for people who are not afraid to roll their sleeves up and do work, and they want to do that. In some ways, conservation groups are known as, pick the pretty flowers, but we're get the backhoe out and build a bridge and repair a culvert or do a stone wall. And you probably want to know, why the hell do we do this?
I do.
Because it's fun. We are having an absolute blast.
To learn more about the Chelmsford Open Space Stewardship, go to thechelmsfordian.com.